Hi, guys. How's it going? Hope everybody is doing well. Let me tell you, I am struggling with the 100-day project right now. Um, I feel like my brain is like, yeah, no, we're kind of done. I'm struggling to find inspiration. I'm not. I, I don't know. I'm just struggling. So I thought I'll clean out my cubbies. So I have a 15 hole shoe cubby right over here that I use to store stuff in. And it's full of stuff, full of different, each cubby's got something different going on in it. Um, and I've had this stack of papers in there in one of the cubbies. And so I thought, well, let's pull that out and kind of try, kind of clean the cubbies out anyway. Like I had two different ones that had pharmacy bags in them. Why in two different cubbies? Because I wasn't paying attention when I don't know. So I've condensed those into one. Um, this is all in its own cubby. So in kind of organizing a little bit, I'm hoping that I find some supplies in here that I can use that'll speak to me about decorating these. So I did find my envelope of paper ruffles, which got stuffed way in the back of one of those cubbies. Um, and I think this is like a true example of if you don't use it, you'll lose it, because I totally forgot about them. I've got some scrapbook paper, a guest check, um, graph paper that's all been napkin has been adhered to it. This one's too small, so I'm gonna kind of go, you know, this is a double pocket. It goes in a signature, so doesn't really work. I'm gonna put that off to that side. This is too short, unless I make a short pocket, which this is kind of cool, but it is see-through. Put it over there. We'll see. I have coffee stained graph paper. Here's a piece of green cardstock. Again, has napkin attached to it. Too thick to use for this project, because then I'm gonna have like a super thick card. Dyed paper of some sort, probably. Use markers, like when you like coloring markers, marking pens. When they get to the point where you can't really color or write with them anymore, there's still some ink left in the little tube. So I take those out, drop them into a cup of water, and let the water soak out the last of the ink that's in them, and then I use that to dye paper, so I get like a super pastel-y paper. Oh, how funny. So this was a card from the administrator of the Got Diamonds Facebook group when I got diamonds for a drill for diamond painting that I was missing some for. And so she sent me what I was missing and said, no, hurry on the ones that I'm going to be sending her now. Let me know when you're ready and I'll give you a new address. And here we are like 2 years later. Looks like a cut off from an envelope. Oop, as it drops its stuff all over me. Regular old lined paper. It's been dyed with something. I'm not sure what. Graph paper in white and in green. Just a regular piece of paper. Piece of computer paper. It's folded. Probably meant to be a signature. Some more dyed papers. An envelope. Okay, I'm just going to throw that away. Lined paper that has been coffee dyed. Oh yeah, see, these are supposed to have been signatures at some point. Salvage yard invoice. It is triplicate with carbon paper on the inside. Page from a calendar. Like a planner paper, also coffee dyed. Graph paper, coffee dyed. This is cardstock. Coffee dyed. Coffee and or tea. Woo, scraps of paper. Some ledger paper. And some book page. Set that off to the side over there. And then I have this little cup. Well, I found these as well. These are pockets made from book pages. So we had a pocket here, so you put it on a page like this. Glue here and here. Here, across the side, across the bottom. And then you end up with a pocket here and a pocket here. It's cute, simple little pockets. I made a bunch of those. And then I have this little bowl of stuff. Let's see what's in here. Oh, so I got some puzzle paper die cut puzzle pieces. Those could be interesting to play with. Let's pull those out. Obviously not going to use all of them. I have these paper flowers. They are cut out of book page and then embossing powder over the top of them. So they're glittery and shiny. Oh, there's my bobbin with my black thread. Set that off over there, put it up in my envelope. Butterflies. Miniature tag. Snowflakes and die cuts. Old timey images here. Butterfly. Also kind of, preparing to throw stuff away. Like that handful of stuff I just tossed in my garbage can. And where this sticker needs to go. This sticker goes in this one. What's going on here, but like suddenly my eyes are burning. My nose is running like crazy. Little T-tabs with sayings on them. So things that I absolutely know I'm not going to use in this project. That goes in that drawer. Okay, little purple and white tie-dye-esque puzzle pieces. Butterflies. One just flew out of my hands. There we go. These glittery flowers. Kind of like trying to move things from left, off to the left and off to the right so I can clear this space. These are little paper foldy flowers that I made using strips. A little thick for this project. And they have their own little spot over there. Little baby tag. A die cut kitty. A die cut gear. And I know I have some more gears over here. I have a little bit of lace. Some of this black meshy stuff. Die cut bubbles. Little pretend envelope. It's glued closed. It doesn't open. Put that little bunny away. Okay. Come here. And I kept out 2 of these little pockets. So pardon me just a second. I'm going to blow my nose. All right, so let's just start by covering these. That's a good enough place to start, right? Good place as any. And then I can get this big pile of stuff out of the way. Let's drop my scissors. Just kind of going through the pile, finding things that are going to be big enough. Perfect. Guess in a way I'm using up scraps as well, right? Yeah, right now I'm covering the base. I have not made any determination yet. What's going to be tags? What's going to be pockets? Throw that away. Well, I don't know what is going on. Suddenly my note, I'm like having a reaction to something. My nose is itching like crazy. Ended up with the honeycomb on this side. I forgot these were the images were different on each side. Sorry, there's a movie. I got a movie playing, and the background music, it sounded like the song from Willy Wonka. You know, if you want to view paradise, simply look around and you will. But I don't think it is. I don't want the lines going up and down. Do I have the other skinny pieces? Oh, put them here into these napkins. Let's see. If we do that, it's kind of tripping me out because I keep hearing it. You know, obviously it's, you know, super, super quiet because copyright. And so I just, every once in a while, I hear just this light little soft music. And I'm like, you know, too, you like, you know, once you hear it, you can't unhear it, even if you heard it wrong, which is what the phenomenon that I'm experiencing right now is that I know that that's not the song that is playing, but I heard it that way. So that's, my brain keeps taking me there. I'm like, stop it. So I just put some white paper down there just to give a background. So, you know, it wasn't, you weren't seeing the tag behind it. That is going to need something other than glue stick. So this is the top sheet of a piece of napkin created into like faux, what they call it, faux vellum. Basically, you take a piece of heavy duty plastic, wax paper, something of that nature. In my case, I use garbage bag that I cut open so it can lay flat. In fact, I have it rolled up on the shelf over here behind me. I'm going to save this long piece, throw out this little piece. But basically, on this flat plastic surface, you spread glue, and then you take your whatever, in this case, napkin, put it down on the glue, kind of squish it down into the glue, let it soak in, and then put another layer over the top of it. And it does this. So it's a napkin, but look, right? It can still tear, but it doesn't tear like napkin. It tears more like paper now. But because it's not napkin, glue stick would not cut it. Okay, so this obviously is going to be a tag. The direction of the napkin, right, is what's dictating that. Yeah, I'm out. This. Which is the carbon paper from that invoice, but I want it the gray side down. Is that all 5 of them? I think it is. I need to clean my sticky scissors off. They are not cutting so well. Come on. So weird. My husband had a conversation with his mom the other day, and he was relaying that conversation to me. They're talking about, executors, let him know that him and his stepbrother So his stepdad's oldest child, as the oldest for both. So his oldest and her oldest are the executors of their wills. And I was like, whoa, is there something going on that we're having this conversation? And it's like, well, no, they're just, as she pointed out, they're in their 70s. And I'm like, oh gosh, 70 is not that old, but, I get it. They're like, he was informed that there is a locked safe in their shed for each of the two of them. And he's like, well, I have no idea what would be in it. And I'm like, oh, of course you wouldn't, not yet. It's meant for you to open upon their passing. I want to do it on the gray. Yeah. And this is really brittle paper, so I'm not going to glue it down so that there's a pocket behind it. I'm going to glue the whole thing down. And as you can see, it actually goes off the edge. Which I'm like, do I like it hanging off the edge? And I'm going to leave it that way? Maybe. I have to see how brittle it is hanging over the edge. Because again, it's the single layer of the paper that's hanging off. I'm just gonna do that because it's cracking. It would have cracked and broke off. So I have a pocket going this way and a pocket going this way. So I go there and there, or I can go something here and something here. But I'm trying to decide, do I want to do this? Yeah. Just because I like, it's like angle, angle, angle. Which way did I cut this off? This way. So this one's the back. Like, went to flip it over and I'm like, wait a minute, it's got book page on it too. Now I've lost which one's the front and which one's the back. Let's see. Yeah. What else do I have around here? Oh, I don't want to cover up. Don't want to cover up my entrance to my pocket there. Maybe I want to highlight that with something. Okay. This isn't long enough to repeat that up on that end. I'm gonna put there. Oh, do I have a longer piece? It's not quite longer. But hold up. Let's just get it. It's still within reach. Let's cut just between these two. Whoops. Turn my heater off. Now I'm creating scraps. Let's put a bead there. Sure that I didn't glue that. That paper, like I said, that paper is really, really brittle, so it's wanting to tear. Well, it sounds like my daughter and at least my best friend / her aunt are on for our Vegas trip. So now I gotta get in touch with my travel agent, party planner, travel planner, whatever you want to call her, and start that process. We are shooting for December of next year, so that gives lots of time for all of us to save up some money, save up work hours, PTO, and that, so on. So we'll see how, hopefully, my daughter has pretty much never been to any place like that. I think Knott's Berry Farm in California might be, the closest thing to that. And that's nothing. Since she was little. I mean, when we did a family trip when my kids were young, so would have been 2000. So she would have been 6-ish. We did a 2-week family driving vacation. We drove all the way from Washington down to Southern California and back, and hit like all the touristy stuff along the way. I always joke that if I'd have known that Circus Circus was going to be so popular with my kids, we would have just went to Tahoe and, checked into Circus Circus, and that would have been our vacation. Um, 'Cause even my child, who doesn't really like much of anything, loved that as a kid, which was crazy. I was shocked at how much he enjoyed that. The Cirque du Soleil at Circus Circus, but I mean there's an arcade in the bottom floor of Circus Circus. I was gonna glue that on the back. I've got to cover the back first. But yeah, there's an arcade on the bottom floor. So, when we were as a family, when we were done touristing, when we were back at the hotel and mom and dad are wanting to relax, the kids were able to go downstairs and go play in the arcade. It's funny is I think back to that now, and I'm like, would I, in 2024, would I let my 6-year-old, my 8-year-old, and my 9-year-old go downstairs to the arcade by themselves? Heck no. No way would I do that now. And granted, you had to have a key card to get in, so it's not like, strangers off the street couldn't get in there, but that doesn't mean that, there weren't creeps in the hotel that we were staying in. So it's kind of one of those cringe things when I look back at it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I was okay with that back then. Okay, now I can glue this one. Just using the flower to make like a little tab at the top up here. Line those 3 flowers up. But obviously, since my daughter was only 6, she doesn't remember, 6-ish. She doesn't remember all of that stuff. She doesn't remember the wax museum or the Cirque du Soleil or, anything like that. So it'll be nice for her to be able to get out and experience some of that stuff. Like she said, she's been legal to go to a casino for a decade, and she's never been to one. So she's like, well, I definitely want to go to a casino. And it's like, it is a casino. Like, everything is a casino. You walk into a grocery store and there's slot machines, and so Vegas is a casino. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. I mean, we have casinos here, so I don't know why they never took a trip like to Toppenish or anything to go to the casino. But, well, I guess in a way never mind. I do know why, but I do know why. I just don't know why. Okay. I like that, but not on this. Let's see. Get into my stickers. This little storage chest does not like to stay. It likes to come apart. It's kind of one of those things that it's like, I got them from Temu. In fact, I just noticed earlier today that one of them, the bottom is cracked. And when they came in the mail, I didn't look at the bottoms, right? And so I didn't think anything of it. And then earlier today, I was looking for something and I had it out and I knocked it over and I'm like, oh, the bottom is cracked. I think it's this one, actually. Yeah, see? There's a crack right there on the bottom. I could make a stink out of it, but, will they make me send the item back? Maybe. And would it be worth it? Absolutely not. I need the smaller ones. So hopefully you guys have been seeing my videos as they've been coming through. With my dropping my shorts, showing you the stuff that I've been working on. Those are supposed to be in a completely different trunk. I almost don't want to so is that. Put myself into a color spectrum here. So I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to leave that one as it is. And then when I go to use this, I can add stuff to the pockets. There's a couple spots where make sure those pockets are still working. Bring this one over. Should have covered that first. Ooh, that is dirty. I have a movie on my TV. I have no idea what's going on. I mean, I know the basis of the movie. I know what happened the first like hour of it. No idea what's going on now. Let's see. See, that song is stuck in my head big time. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and you will. That's too big of a butterfly. How about this little butterfly? No, I don't like the color. Set that off to the side for a sec. This one. Why not? Let's go ahead and cover it with this paper since it's here. This one is thin enough that even if I decide to make this into a pocket, it's not creating something really thick. Just given the design of this, I think I do want it to be a pocket. Do I want it to be a pocket with the wings sticking up over the top? I kind of do. Get some book page here. So again, like I said, I don't know exactly what's going on in this movie. I do know, like I said, in the beginning, the main character, suffers from some mental health issues associated with being in the war, and kind of lost it one day, robbed his employer, did some, illegal stuff at his place of employment, and then in the middle of an argument with his wife, who was very verbally abusive toward him, very negative, and called him stuff because of his PTSD and all kinds of stuff. She went in on her normal stuff, calling him stupid and saying that he should have died over in the war and would have made everybody's lives better and stuff of that nature. And he lost it and killed her. Also killed 2 of his children. Well, 3 if you count the one that was in her belly. Was going to shoot his daughter, and the gun jammed. And while he was dealing with that, she was begging, please don't, Daddy, please don't. And he didn't. Went on the run with her. Well, they apparently, and that's kind of like the last time I was actually paying attention. But it looks like they landed in some tiny little town somewhere and befriended people, one of which is the sheriff. But now it looks like maybe some discoveries are happening. Whoops. I'm not supposed to use things that aren't within arm's reach. I wanted some bling. I don't know if he's losing it again or... I don't know. I don't even know what it is, what the movie is, to be honest. Yeah, I just wanted some bling on there. Let's see. It is Badland. That's the name of the movie. I don't have any labels here, but I'm taking a label. But I don't have any in arm's reach. And I don't want to break my rule twice. So. Two, 3, 4. 5. I'm like, where'd the other one go? Can't believe how early it is. Still feels so much later, but it's only 3 o'clock or 11 o'clock in the morning. It feels like 3 in the afternoon. Feels really late. Probably because I haven't slept yet. Going through another insomnia spell. Need to do a bunch of these because I have some so this is done with glue. Same technique as with this. Put the glue down, put the napkin down. But you're gluing it to paper instead of, to a plastic bag so that it stands by itself. But I have a whole thing of, this is driving me crazy. Was it fusible something? It's for gluing fabrics and stuff. Sorry, I'm cleaning off my scissors. They were getting very, very hard to work with. Like when your scissors won't even cut paper. Yeah, now there's a problem. Okay, so again, we're gonna trim these. Oh, so back to the Vegas trip. We've sent the invite to her best friend and her sisters-in-law. Sisters-in-law. I never know how to say that. To her brothers, both of her brothers' wives. Have not heard from either of them, of those three yet, but it is only 11 o'clock in the morning and they're all working. So I just kind of put the invitation out there and said, hey, if you're not interested, go ahead and exit out of the chat. But if you think it's something you want to do and you want to come along with us, which I hope you do, go ahead and stay in here and help us plan. One little puzzle piece. This is a fun die set that I have. So it's like 4x4. So you can take your own picture. Ideally, take your own picture and run it through the die machine and turn your pictures into a puzzle. This was done with just regular copy paper that has been dyed with something. Purple. Ooh, there's some, I don't know if you guys are, hopefully you guys aren't hearing that. As soon as I get my fingers free. There's some language going on. So I do have ones for the middle, middle of a page. It's not a straight edge. Oh, there's one. I'm like, oh, there's another one. I'm like, I kind of wanted another one down here. My nose is itching like crazy. So it'll be fun. We'll see. I mean, if with it just being the girls, depending on how many of us go, if it ends up just being me, Sam, and Chris, we could probably just get one hotel room. And obviously that'll save a ton of money. If the other three decide to go, we'll probably do 3 rooms. So Sam and Jessica can share a room. Amy and Lynn can share a room, and then me and Chris can share a room. But we'll see. Like I said, I haven't heard from the other 3 yet. So no plans until we need to plan. Yeah, when I went with Christina, with Chris and her husband, me and my husband went. We stayed in Caesar's Palace. And oh my gosh. So it wasn't, I mean, it was bad enough just walking around Vegas and to all the different venues and everything. We walked over 30 miles over 3.5 days. But Caesar's Palace is humongous. And I mean, we would leave our room and it would take us 20 minutes just to get, through the lobby and, out onto the main drag. It was just so big. And I'm like, and I made that decision that then and there, if I ever come back to Vegas, I am not staying in a hotel that's so darn big. That was rough. and exhausting. So exhausting. Okay. Then I have this one, which I'm thinking I'll do as a tag because I've only done one tag. Need to get some glue down in there. I'm thinking do the same thing with this. Just trying to figure out how to do this though, because the napkin goes this way. That is obvious that it's sideways. That's better. There it is. I'm like, where did I put my dauber? Why am I inking the top? It's going to be like glue all over me. That's kind of cute. Some of that'll be clipped off when I do the thumb pull. Come on. Don't know if you guys just saw me toss my scissors. Okay. Guess what? Throwing those away. Throwing those away. Throwing those away. I'm going to keep this one though. I like that butterfly. Looks like his police, the sheriff friend is just now learning about his crimes. Maybe. I'm hearing all kinds of different music. So now I'm hearing When You Wish Upon a Star. Makes no difference who you are. Boing! Landed on my shoulder. Oh no. So again, I think I want a label or something over here, but I will do that when I go to use these in a journal. All right, so with that, we have day 72 through day 76. 24 more to go, and then I have completed the 100-day project for the first time. So I have one tag. Around my corners here. Two tags. Three tags. And 2 pockets. So thanks for joining in with me for yet another episode of the 100-day project. Again, if you want to see all about it on YouTube, do hashtag. There's actually 2. There's hashtag 100-day project. And then there's also hashtag 100-day project 2024. And hashtag 2023. For last year's, there's the 100-day challenge, 100-day project 2023 for last year's as well. But yeah, if you just do hashtag 100-day, it'll give you a list of all the ones that have gone on. So there is those, and I'm all caught up. The flip through of this is going to be interesting. Such an eclectic collection of stuff. if I can get that. Sorry, I'm bumping the camera. Where I store that is up on my printer, which is behind my camera boom. So trying to get that back up there. I was bumping the arm. Gotta figure out where I'm going to put these now. This pile of stuff. Where I'm going to file them. And yeah, hit the notification bell so you know when I drop videos. And we will talk to you next time. Bye.